So today we are going to start our second chapter of geography, population dynamics. Here in this chapter, we'll study various things which affect population of any place or world population. Like there are various things which affects population, like migration and the sex ratio and the climatic condition, and so there are various things which affects population, which we'll discuss in this chapter. So let's start. So first we have to understand what is population dynamics. So we all know that what is a population. Population means the number of people living in any particular area. But what is dynamics? Dynamics means a thing which is changing. Dynamics means motion. So it is opposite of static. So the population is which is continuously changing, like people move from one place to another, like migration, or the death rate or birth rate, which are affecting the population of any place. It is population is a dynamic thing. So it is population dynamics which we are studying. So what is the definition of population dynamics? Population dynamics focuses on the changes taking place and their effect on population. So whatever the changes are taking place in environment or in our surroundings, and its effect on the population of that place. Population dynamics can be defined as a branch of life sciences that studies the size and age composition of population as dynamical. Means the size of population and its age composition. It is a dynamical component of population. Means size of population which is continuously increasing or decreasing, and its age composition is the dynamical component, and the biological and environmental process which are affecting them. So and what is affecting this population? The biological and environmental process, like birth and death rates, and by immigration or emigration, which we will discuss in later in this chapter. So population dynamics is useful for interpreting survey data, predicting outbreaks. Outbreaks means things like a war or a spread of any disease on a large extent, and evaluating the effectiveness of control tactics. So for this population dynamics is useful. Another thing, distribution of population in the world. So how population is distributed across the world? So population is not evenly distributed everywhere. So like places where environmental conditions are not supporting the life, and like deserts and the mountains or the poles, Arctic Circle, Antarctic Circle. So these are the regions where the climatic conditions are extreme. So their population density at those places very less, and where the places like plains in India, plains of Ganga and Brahmaputra, and in the Nile River, and also there are various river valley civilizations which we know that where civilization grew. So those places where population is dense. So through these things we know that population is unevenly distributed. So according to the density of the population, areas are dividing for the purpose of study. There are three main reasons, like densely populated regions, moderately populated regions, and sparsely populated regions. We'll discuss it in later in detail. So now first we'll discuss about the population trends. So what is population trends actually? If we see through the history that population is continuously increasing, but there are certain periods when there was a decrease in the population, as we see at the present situation, like as coronavirus, where people are dying because of this disease. So in like this, there are various times in the history, like when outbreak of plagues and floods, famine, earthquake, and there were the situations like World War when population decreased. But apart from those particular situations, there was continuous growth in population. So then, and the next thing is population density. So what is population density? Simply, the population density is the relation between the area, land, and it is relation between land and people, means number of people living in a per unit area, population density. So it is a relation between land and people. So there is a formula of getting population. So the formula of the population density is equal is number of people upon area. Okay, so through this we get the density of population of any particular place. Now we'll discuss about the various reasons according to the population, like densely populated regions, and moderately populated regions, and sparsely populated regions. So what are these regions? So first we will discuss the densely populated regions. So what are the densely populated regions and why they are densely populated? So simply, as the name suggests, densely populated regions. So the regions or places where a lot of people are living. So why people prefer to settle down these places or these regions? Simply because of the conditions of those places which are supporting life, and simply they are developed places, industrially or agriculturally. These are densely populated regions where situations are supporting life, and they are developed agriculturally and industrially. So mainly these densely populated regions are Eastern Asia, South and Southeast Asia, Western and Central Europe, and East Central North America. So here in your book, page number 19, 10 most populated countries of world is given, where first is China, second is India. And after the densely populated regions, there are moderately populated regions. So moderately populated regions are those regions where population is not that dense, but people are prefer to live those areas because of life sustaining situations of those areas. And after moderately populated regions, there comes a sparsely populated regions. Sparsely populated regions are those regions where population distribution is very less. where very few people are living. So like deserts or the mountainous regions, like uh, poles, we can say, and Arctic Circle or Antarctic Circle, or deserts like in India, in Rajasthan, the Thar Desert, where population distribution is very less. So these climatic conditions, mostly these climatic conditions are the reason why these places are sparsely populated. Now we will discuss the factors which affects the population of any place. So mostly there are three factors, like physical factors, economical and social factors, and the historical factors. So first we will discuss the physical factors. So what are the physical factors actually? The physical factors like the topography of place, climate of soil or water. So these are the physical factors which affects the population of any place. So topography of any place, how it affects the population. So topography means the structure of any place, like plains, mountains, deserts. So these are the physical factors, like people prefer to settle or live at the on the plains, or why? Because there they can settle down easily, they can grow crops, they can make their houses, and because of the rivers, that plains are very fertile in comparison to the mountains or any other places. Like mountains, there would be very difficult to grow crops, or and in deserts also, where less amount of water. So topography is important factor which is affecting the population. And after the topography, the climate. So as we see that people used to prefer to live the places which are where climate is moderate, but if we see the places where climate is extreme cold or extreme hot, like Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle, poles, and desert like Thar deserts, Sahara deserts. So these are the places where extreme climatic conditions. So population is very sparse, very thinly distributed on those places, in comparison to those plains like Indian Gangetic Plains and the Nile rivers and the other river valley civilizations, like as we know that Indus River Valley civilization. The climatic conditions also affecting the place, the population of any place. And the next is soil. Soil is also very important factor which affects the population, because the mostly we see that the regions which are fertile, people used to when the civilization started to, so people started to settle down at those places where they get the fertile soil to grow crops. And after the soil, the water is also the important factor, because water is the basic need of our life. Those reasons were the first places where people used to settle, like various river valley civilizations. So because of the availability of water, people started to settle down across the bank on the various rivers, like Indus River Valley civilization, Mesopotamia civilization. Mesopotamia grew on the bank of Tigris and Euphrates rivers and Nile River civilization. So because of the availability of water. Those civilizations grew on the bank of those rivers. So and another factor is minerals. So because of the availability of minerals, because of the availability of various minerals, increase the value of those places. Availability of mineral is also very important factor which affects the population, as we see that in Middle East countries where availability of oil, because of oil, those places are densely populated, though there is availability of water not that much, but because of the availability of crude oil, so those places are densely populated. And the next factor which affects the population is economic and socio-cultural factors. So many scholars believe that economic and socio-cultural factors are more important than physical features, as society is continuously changing and becoming more complex. These physical factors become less important in determining population distribution. These factors include development of industries, good transport facilities, urbanization and government policies. So economic and socio-economic factors, if we see in today's scenario, then economic and socio-economic factors are the most important factors which are affecting the population than the physical factors. So what are those economic and socio-economic factors? Like industries and availability of transportation, and urbanization. People used to settle in urban areas, or any region which gradually developed as an urban region. These are the economic and socio-economic factors which affects the population of a place. And now the next is historical factors. Historical factors which affects the population of a place. So as we see that the places which are densely populated or sparsely populated. If we discuss about the densely populated places or regions, those regions have a long history of settlement of the people, as we see that the plains of Ganga. So these plains, in these plains, people started to settle down since a long time. But as we see that there are many places or many regions which were densely populated in the past, like Mesopotamian civilization, but now those places are very sparsely populated. So it is also very important factor which affects the population of any place. As we see that places that which in past were densely populated, now they are sparsely populated, and few places which later developed and now people live over there, and now they are densely populated. So these are the factors which affects the population of any place, that how they are densely populated, sparsely populated or moderately populated.